Good evening, Nerdlands. This is Tiny Sherp signing on, and today I will be discussing about, of course, anime, its community, and what I like to call the bandwagon effect. If y'all know me, I am a weeb. I've been watching anime since the fourth grade, even repping Gone on my Hunter x Hunter shirt today. With my relationship with anime, it's kind of like an on-off relationship. There's a period where I would watch anime excessively, but then there's one part where I would take a break from it and not really watch a lot of it and just like watch one series at a time instead of multiple altogether. I am a huge fan of honestly all the demographics. I love shonen like Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, Dragon Ball, of course One Piece, Bleach, etc. And then you have shoujos like Sailor Moon, Fruit Basket, A Sign of Affection. I like josei and seinen. However, I noticed recently in the anime community that there has been a division of what certain animes that you're supposed to like or the personal taste that comes along with it and what's approved and what's not approved. Let me explain. To me, being an anime fan is like having a double-edged sword. On one hand, if you are a fan that only watch the trending animes, or you're just getting into it, of course, you're going to watch the most popular ones like Spy and Family, Demon Slayer, etc. You have that particular crowd who comes in and instead of being supportive and giving you similar animes to recommend, you're considered to be a poser or you don't really like anime, you're just watching what is trending. And then on the other hand, if you are OG of anime like myself, you watch more of like the niche or the lesser talk about animes like Durarara and Lucky Star, you may be kind of sneered at like you're an anime snob. And I think it's a little bit of a problem that we do not accept people having personal tastes in their anime. So let's first talk about my personal taste in anime. As I mentioned previously, I love every single genre of anime. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it has bomb animation, amazing characters, dialogue, well-written plot, then baby, I'm on it. However, as I get older, I notice that I don't really fall into watching the most popular animes there is out there. When I was younger, it didn't seem like it was just 3 or 5 popular animes. It was like every single series had a fandom. Everybody was active on there. It didn't really matter if one was more popular or the other. It just still had a fan base and everybody would talk about it, share their headcanons, fan art, ships, all of that jazz. As social media has been more present in the anime community, I noticed that with Taste of Anime, no one really has like their own individuality when it comes to it. For example, somebody can post a edit of Jujutsu Kaisen and that can get over 1 million views in a week, even though the manga just ended. But to be fair, the anime is still ongoing, so that'll make sense. And then the movie is gonna come out recently. I'm gonna watch it, even though it's just a compilation of the second season, the first 5 episodes. I'm still gonna be on it because Hidden Inventory arc is just peak writing. But then let's say if somebody is talking about a series that has ended a while ago, for example, let's say Soul Eater. I know it's like if it's any other anime that's not completed, like hiatus or has been talked about for years, then it's like nobody really interacts with it except for a group of people who's like, oh yeah, I remember this. It just basically like it's swept under the rug. And if you mention a series that's no longer popular and you're talking to people about it, they're like, what are you talking about? We're talking about Naruto. We're talking about One Piece. We're talking about the big three. I love the big three too, but I think people are kind of like afraid of going out their box of watching similar anime. People think that the only shonen there is Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball, and then occasionally Bleach, Chainsaw Man, Hunter x Hunter, Jujutsu Kaisen, and of course recently Dan Dan Dan. Speaking of which, I'm currently at 56 subscribers. I would very appreciate it if y'all hit the subscribe button. But there are so many similar shonens that are like that are a battle, that are super, super good with shoujo. I think the biggest problem that lies within this issue is shoujo itself, because when people think of shoujo anime, they immediately think of Sailor Moon or Kimi ni Todoke. They think it's magical girl or romance, when that's not the case at all. There's similar magical girl anime like Cardcaptor Sakura, Tokyo Mew Mew, Princess Tutu. Like there's so many other animes that are lesser known but are just as good, but if not better than the mainstream ones. And I actually want to talk about that as well. Like recently, I've been having some strong nostalgia on one of my comfort shows, and that one is called Durarara. If y'all don't know what Durarara is, it's basically a anime that's action, supernatural, and thriller as well. It's about a headless horsewoman named Celti who acts as a courier for the city of Akabukuro. And even though she's technically the main character, literally everybody and their mama is one on the series. You have Izaya, Shizuo, Shinra, Masayomi, Henri. This show has such a special place in my heart. It's just because of how it's so unique from the other animes. It's not a battle anime. It's not your typical romance anime. I can't even describe like the plot to you because it's a little complicated. If y'all have never seen Durara, please check it out. It's on Hulu. I still love the show. I still watch it. I just got finished watching it just last night, the first season. We binged on the second season in a couple more days. I will not lie to y'all, I do get a little bit sad because not a lot of people talk about it anymore, but at the same time, I'm kind of like glad to be in a smaller fan base because it's not like a lot of drama or discourse. If you go on other pages of the most popular anime, kind of just be a bunch of negativity. It's either complaining about what the mangaka did not do right, it's fangirls of a certain character just because they like them, instead of just enjoying the series and the story. I think that's what's missing with this community is some positivity and just being like, it's okay if somebody likes a character, it's okay if somebody watches like the series. I'm not going to be upset if somebody tells me that they think that Jujutsu Kaisen is trash, because let me tell you something. I'm one of the biggest JJK fans out there, and I can agree that the ending of the manga was absolute trash. But I will not let people slander the Hidden Inventory arc, Shibuya arc, the beginning of Jujutsu Kaisen, because it's honestly one of the best modern shonens we have out there. Was it well written all the time? Heck no, it wasn't. But it was fun, and that is what's missing with this community is some fun. Instead of me going to the comment section and there's a debate about can Goku beat Gojo? Can Goku beat Sailor Moon? Can Goku beat this and that? Listen, Goku is a blueprint for a man these shonen protagonists, but him as a character being written, I just kind of feel like he fell flat, like Z and Beyond. And if we're being honest, I love Vegeta more than him. He should have been the main character. But that's time for another story. Like, there's some people online that still cosplay as lesser known characters from animes or ones that have strong nostalgia to the community. Like the Perfect Blue Girl. I've been noticing some cosplays on my feed and I really love it. Or Majika Madoka. I think it's honestly really cool when people cosplay as lesser known characters because they don't really care about being in the bandwagon of what's popping and what's popular. They're just doing their own thing and they're not feeling like the pressure of FOMO. I'm gonna be honest here. I had a little bit of FOMO like during the quarantine times of when anime was like hitting the mainstream and it was becoming more acceptable, because I would be on TikTok and then there's this one trend anime and then people were like, you have to watch this, you need to watch this or you're missing out. I watched Hunter x Hunter, no regrets, really good show. I watched Haikyuu. I honestly never gave Haikyuu a chance until around the end of 2020, and I'm glad that I did because it's a really good sports anime. And please don't come at me, people. I try to get into JoJo's. I'm sorry, I just can't. It's not bad per se. Like, Jolene is my girl. I love the memes that come along with it. They are funny as heck. But for the story itself, it's just a little bit hard to follow along. But let me know in the comments how I should watch JoJo's, because I am trying to give it another chance. As I previously mentioned earlier in my video, it's not necessarily bad to only like the popular animes. That's how I got into anime, because of series like Naruto and Soul Eater. And they were the most popular ones at the time. Like, I don't really care if you want to call somebody a poser, because at least they're watching more than one anime and they're not the type of person who just watches anime one time and then suddenly they're the weeb connoisseur. I just want people to start opening their horizons when it comes to watching certain animes instead of just what is trending on TikTok. When I began to watch my own anime by myself, I started to notice how less pressured I was watching series, things that I actually liked. Because here's the thing, if I watch a series that I'm not really interested in, but I watch it anyways, I watch like one episode a week and it takes a while for me to complete it. But if it's something that I'm actually interested in and it's within my taste, then I would try and watch it as much as I possibly can. Like when Don 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 season 1 first came out, I was a little bit skeptical. But then when I heard that Momo was Gyaru, I love Gyaru culture. I just binge watched the whole thing in 1 month. I watched it on my breaks. I watched it when I was working out. I watched it on my off days. And I'm really glad I did because it's really good. Very funny, very original, a little weird, but it's anime. It's supposed to be weird. This video, I think it's going to inspire for me to create a my anime list so I can share with y'all my personal taste in anime, and hoping that I can recommend some for y'all. So if y'all are bored with the same anime selection, then you can just go on my anime list and then you can see what I watch over the years and y'all enjoy it. But I really am hoping that Durara gets a TikTok treatment, because I am so tired of talking to myself about the hot men on there. Please, TikTok, do your thing and make Durara a thing again. It seems like to me that how anime series maintains popularity over the years just depends on like what content the ending produce. For example, if the ending was satisfactory, it's not really talked about anymore. But if, let's say, an ending didn't really satisfy people and it inspired a lot of fan fictions to fix the ending, then understandably so, the fandom's still going to be popping with their headcanons and fan fiction, or if there's new material coming out. That was all I just wanted to talk to y'all about today. Is just basically how the internet had made anime a little less fun, and how it's important to just have your own personal taste and individuality about anime. That it's okay to like unpopular or not talk about any more series. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel so you won't miss a video. Like, comment, share. This is Honey Cherub. signing off.